Good afternoon, everybody.
Right then, it's a Saturday afternoon instead of a Sunday afternoon. I shall just check everything's working, which it seems to be. Yeah, that's all good. So it's actually a Saturday afternoon instead of a Sunday afternoon. So I will still be doing a stream tomorrow, a normal running train stream. The second radius line might not be working, simply because it's got a load of ballast that needs chiseling away. But we'll talk about that a bit later, and we'll see how that all goes. So do remember to subscribe and like the stream if you think you're going to enjoy it, and at the end if you have enjoyed it. And if you could share a video or two of mine, somebody you know, friends, family, etc., then that would be most appreciated. So hello everyone, and welcome to another stream from my channel, Hypercamal Railway. Today is a live Q&A session, so at any point can you put your questions and the things you want to know in the chat, and me and my friend William, who's with me today,
Good afternoon.
we'll do our best to answer them for you. So put any question in the chat, no personal information questions or anything like that, just to do with trains or anything that's not personal information. Do let me know in the chat if audio and video is all okay. Can you see, well, whatever is on the track, the three engines that Will's picked. Will has picked these three engines put on the track today. He's chosen the 9F with Roberts coal van and 3 Virgin coaches. He's picked the Fowler 4F with 2, well, standard coaches and a Pullman on the back. That's the one that lights up. Obviously, it's not lighting up now because there's no power. And then he's picked the Class 66 and the containers. So, good choice there. Do bear in mind that comments take a while to come through to StreamYard, although we've only got one camera today, so I can actually check them on my phone. Will can check them on his phone as well. So replies to comments might be a little bit quicker today. Might not be able to show them on screen though, because we'll see them before it comes through to StreamYard. Today's stream is about half an hour to 45 minutes. Not very long, just enough to get some questions in if people join. So yeah, so I shall roll the intro and we will see you shortly. Right then, intro played. Hope you enjoyed that. I did talk about that in last week's stream. So I'll just talk a bit about ballasting first while we get some questions, if we get any at all, that is. I know it's a bit of an impromptu live stream, as the title suggests, but we'll hopefully get some questions in today. If we don't, then that's fine. It's just really a test for Will to do some live streams. We filmed a video with him today and we thought, we'll try and do a live stream. So as you can see, I've been ballasting. So I've had to pack all my ballasting stuff away and do all that. So yeah, so we've had to pack all that away, and well, basically I've been ballasting. So as you saw in my YouTube short yesterday, everything's ballasted. So this entire section here took me 4 days, but coming on to 5 if I get a chance to do it tomorrow. This ballast needs scraping away. If I turn the controllers on, can get to the switch, you might be able to see, thank you, Will, you might be able to see that if I get the right controller, that's a running joke on this channel, Will, always reach for the wrong controller. If I get the right controller, you can see, yeah, you can see, it doesn't pick up power very well. It's quite noisy, quite shaky, and yeah, it doesn't run very well at the moment. Thumbs down. But ballast needs scraping away. A lot of work went into these two. So it's putting the ballast down with the ballast spreader, then filling in the gaps, then sweeping all the stuff off the things, and then filling in other gaps, running the train across it to move the ballast all out of the way. It took a lot of work, then spraying it with water, gluing it, then waiting for it to dry, and then scraping all the ballast off. It did take a long time, so I've had to do both of them. As you can see, there's no gap in between, because I thought, well, there's going to be a platform here and a platform on the other side, so there's no point leaving a gap for grass. But here, where we've got the runaround side in, I don't know if you can see what I've left. A bit of a gap for some grass in the middle of the runaround side, because although, you know, these tracks are the same distance apart than those two, I thought, well, it's actually splitting off there, so I thought I'll leave some gaps for the grass. So ballasting has been taking a while. I've gone through about nearly 2 kilograms on one section, and I was thinking 2 kilograms would do the entire layout, but that didn't go down very well. So 2 kilograms used on one section of ballast. It's not very good, as it will. And I've spilt glue all over the floor multiple times. There's been water all over the floor multiple times, and overall it's not gone very well. Well, the ballasting has, just not the laying. Need to nick my dad's chisels because, well, I've been doing it with this tiny screwdriver, scraping away all the ballast. I mean, I know I has chisels. Like, I've been doing it with this stupid tiny little screwdriver when I can just get a chisel, get my little hammer, and clear it off much easier than that as well. My little panel pin hammer I use for track laying. Yeah, because the shoulder goes above the rails at some point, and that's not really what I want. I want it just below the rails, so it's good when I'm going to be for just taking off the top layer of ballast. So yeah, ballasting has not gone very well. Well, it has, just a lot of work. It's pretty boring. I've got some things I've bought recently to show you. I went to NRM a few weeks ago where I was going to do like a bit of a video tour around it with pictures and that, but I thought, nah, I won't bother. But Flying Scotsman, it's sort of like a picture, but not a picture. You know, it's like framed, but not in a proper wood frame. So that's got to go up along with all my other memorabilia and all that. Drop it all over the floor. Good start. So that's going to go up on my walls of memorabilia. I'm actually filling it up. This one over here is, well, fairly filled up. And then the ones over this side are, you know, not so much in the middle, but the ends are getting filled up, and that's come with a postcard. So it is a Q&A stream today, so make sure to put your questions in the live chat. I'll put that banner on to remind people. So any questions you have, put them in the live chat, and me and Will will do his best to answer them. Of course, it doesn't just have to be questions. It doesn't just have to be questions to me. It can be questions to Will as well. Could be family members' questions if you want. Although I'm not sure. Well, they're not up here, so you know. But yeah, put your questions in, and we'll try to answer them the best as we can. It's a Q&A live stream after all, so yeah. We shall wait a while and wait for some Q&A questions. Jaden, thank you very much for joining the stream. Very nice to see you here. It's Q&A stream today, so you're the first person to join, but, well, we've had a couple of people popping in and out. How long have I been streaming? About 10 minutes. I mean, 4 of that is joining video and intro, so about 6 minutes. So, yeah, it's Q&A stream today. Please check the description. Well, pretty much all the details you need to know are in the description. I've got my mate William here today.
Hello, how's it going, guys?
We've got Train Lovers join the stream. Thank you very much for joining, Train Lover. Very nice to see you here. We've got my friend William, so we're going to be answering some questions. You can post questions to me. You can post questions to William. You can ask questions about the loft. You can ask questions about anything train related. Just no personal information. So, yeah. Can I ask, how's the audio? Because I'm using my webcam, which is what that is. I'm using my webcam microphone instead of my laptop microphone. So how does it sound? Does it sound a bit better quality? Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Hello.
Testing. Hopefully it sounds a little bit better. It's got dual microphones apparently, although well, Will's sat closer to the webcam than I am, so volume might be a bit different, but apparently, well, it should be better rather than my laptop one, because we've had instances where my laptop one fails before. So, what is my favourite tank engine? That's the first question. My favourite tank engine is either the J72. It's either the J72 or the, let me think, the 14XX or the 5700. So yeah, it's difficult to pick one, but
Personally, my favourite is Thomas the Tank Engine.
that's an E2. That's what it's based off of, an E2. Although some people argue it's a J72, which is, well, I'll find a picture for you. Some people say some people say is that, which some people say is based off of that.
No, it don't look based off of it, really.
But some people,
I don't think it is.
But some people say it's based off of that, which looks a lot more realistic. So some people say J72. Some people say
I'm saying an
E2.
Yeah.
So Will's favourite is an E2. Mine's a J72 or 14XX or the panniers. So next, thank you. Audio and video, all good. Train Lover says, how long have you been uploading to YouTube? Since the 16th of May 2020.
Personally, I'm not promoting myself here, but me not being into trains as much as George, I'm more of a car person, so I upload on Instagram, I'll do some live sometimes, posts, whatnot.
Gaming, don't you?
Yeah. I'm more of a car guy though, so.
When did you first upload onto YouTube or, Instagram?
I'll have to check now.
2014?
2014, no. Didn't even know it were a thing back then.
That's fair
I
enough.
was only 4 or 5 or something.
Question to both of us. If you could drive a steam engine, what would it be and what line? Interesting question. I went to the East Lancashire Railways, last week. It'd either be the ELR or probably the main line area around, where I live, through my local station, through other stations which are near me. Probably, if I had to drive any engine, number 1 would be Duchess of Hamilton, but obviously under the condition if it was restored, and I want it to be restored. Number 2 would probably be Flying Scotsman, and number 3 would probably be a 9F if Network Rail had actually allowed 9Fs on the main line, but they're all sort of conditional, aren't they? So
speaking of lines, I think I would go for the London North Eastern Railway, because that's a pretty
that
nice.
goes to King's Cross, doesn't it?
Yeah.
King's Cross, and yeah, it's fair enough. Is that? There's some nice trains. What train would you drive? What steam engine?
Yeah.
Any.
Scotsman.
Fair
Yeah.
enough. Scotsman used to be LNER before it was British Railways. It used to be. Oh well, that's just sparked an argument that's been on my channel for ages. British Railways Flying Scotsman versus London North Eastern Railway Flying Scotsman. So anyway, so yeah, I'd probably drive, if I had to, I'd probably drive a 9F or Duchess of Hamilton around where I live, or probably Flying Scotsman on the ELR because it's, well, because I went there and went on Flying Scotsman on the ELR, I'd do that. You say, ha ha ha, Thomas the Tank Engine. Very funny. Question for you, Will. Do you like F1? What team do you support? And will you be watching the Italian GP?
I do love Formula One. Actually, I'm wearing a Formula One T-shirt at the minute. Red Bull Racing. That is my favourite team. I've always supported them since like 2011. And yes, I think I'll be watching the Grand Prix when I get home or sometime tomorrow.
When's it on?
It's today, but like, because it's in Italy, time frames are different. So I think no, it's held today, but like I'm gonna watch it tomorrow. I think.
On demand.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea. So you support Red Bull then?
Yeah, Red Bull Racing.
Well, it'd be a bummer if you wore a Red Bull jacket and supported Aston Martin, wouldn't it? You say what livery, Flying Scotsman? Well, wrong comment. Sunday it's on. What livery? Well, Flying Scotsman for me, you know it's British Railways. I'll get the picture up for Will so he can know. So which one do you prefer, Will? Let's get the picture up. As I say, Will's not into trains as much as me, but you know, he suggested doing a Q&A, and we filmed a video with him earlier, so that'll be coming out on Tuesday. So, Will, do you prefer... Let's get a decent picture. Do you prefer that livery of Flying Scotsman? So think of that
That's
one.
like a classic one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the one that was first built in. So do you prefer that one? I can actually type. So do you prefer that one, the green one, or do you prefer... Find it. 60103. Let's try that. So which one? You prefer the first one?
The first one.
First one. So you
Yeah.
like LNAR better than British Railways? Seems like it's only me who likes the later one, the British Rail. I like the British Railways one. It seems like everyone else apart from me likes the LNAR livery. But fair enough. I just think green. I just think dark green looks better on steam engines than light green. That's some jargon for you to pick through, Will. I have no idea what that means. I'm trains, your cars.
Oh no! Mercedes is too overrated, and McLaren is good, but it's not consistent. So I don't know what that's. I don't know what you're on about. Honestly, Red Bull all the way. Mercedes too overrated. Honestly, it's only overrated only because of the fact Lewis Hamilton has 9 world championships. It doesn't mean anything. It is the car that he has. It's not his driving. Like if you put George Russell in a Mercedes, like in Suzuka, not Suzuka, Sakir 2020, he had it, but it was just pit stops and stuff. So I mean, too overrated.
Fair enough. That's another piece of jargon for you to pick through as well.
Do you know, it was, and the winter livery as well. I actually went to the factory in the summer holidays in Milton Keynes. That was really nice. If you look at my Instagram, I'll put it in chat now. You can go have a look at some Formula One stuff, cars, etc., etc.
I can't remember if I enable or disable links in comments. I can never remember, so if it gets blocked,
I'll
I can...
just put my username.
No, put the link in, because if it gets blocked, I can approve it, because I've got the phone here, because I'm not using it for camera. We've just got the one camera today for ease of setup, and, well, we're just answering questions, aren't we? So I can understand that. Lewis Hamilton's Mercedes, his Mercedes in it before I start spouting on about it. To me, yes, he's a very good British racing driver. Yes, he wins after wins after wins after wins. To me, he just seems a bit cocky. I don't particularly like him. He seems like a footballer. He seems like a footballer who's too good at his job, who gets paid too much and's really cocky. That's what I think. Me not knowing that much about it, I just he's okay. I just don't really like him. That's another one for you as well. Got to give the second. That means Red Bull Racing pit crew credit for the 1.8 second pit stop.
Yeah, nobody can beat that.
What? Change all the tyres?
Change all the tyres. So the
That's fast.
So the front jack.
Yeah, the lift it. Real life sound effects with Will.
Oh, thank you.
But 1.8 seconds is a lot. Lewis Hamilton gets paid 50 mil a year. Well,
20 mil.
No, big difference. Oh, it's only 20 mil. It's alright. On average. But yeah, he's a bit like a, I don't know, he seems like an overpaid footballer, except he drives cars.
I mean, if you drive cars in general, you need to be a slight bit cocky, but...
Yeah, I mean, I suppose, but... I mean... It's just like a football. I just think footballers get paid too much.
Yeah, I mean, footballers, yeah, they get paid a bit too much for kicking a ball about.
I mean, it's not...
I could do that and get paid nothing.
Probably because you're terrible. Just like
Excuse
me. Casually roasting each other here. We've gone for a slightly more relaxed live stream today. I thought Q&A might as well do a bit more relaxed. Not as professional. Put a scrolling banner on the bottom. That's normally very rare. So we'll just have a bit of a chat because I'm not going to do it for very long. Just thought we'll have a bit of a chat. See who turns up. Thankfully, people have turned up. We thought it'd just be nobody watching and sat here. We were for a couple of minutes at the start, but I guess it's a Saturday. We've got to get people to join in that.
Guys, if you got any friends who are into trains, make sure to just give them a quick message saying that George is live. Show him some support. Being a young streamer, a young YouTuber, he's definitely got it under his belt. So, supports wise, I'm supporting him all the way. And
yeah, remember to like and share and comment and all that, boosts engagement.
Come on, we need to get into 1,000 subs, guys.
We need to get to 250. We're on 215 at the moment, so what? 35? Yeah. Yay, I completely screwed my maths. So yeah, 35 to go. Okay, question to George. Freightliner, AWS, GBRF or DRS on a 66? EWS or DRS?
DRS.
Direct Rail Services. I'll show you a picture. I'll show you. That's Freightliner. Oh god, I'll actually find you an image. For Will, that's Freightliner. What was the other one?
That's like this.
Yeah, but no. He said Freightliner, EWS. That's that one. GBRF. This one.
No.
Or DRS, which is Direct Rail Services. Which one?
DRS.
DRS. It's a good choice. I quite like the DRS. It's DRS or EWS. At the moment, well, probably EWS since this one's here. But, it changes. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I like DRS more, sometimes I don't. I mean, the Freightliner orange is quite nice, and so is the Freightliner green. I'm looking to get a Bachmann one, not a Lima one like this one. Looking to get a Bachmann 66 in Freightliner rather than another Lima one. Because Lima do a Freightliner number, I thought, nah. Oh, well. This is another one. Or do you want or that? Or are you still sticking with DRS?
That's like a sun colour. No, I'm still sticking with DRS.
Still sticking with DRS?
Yes, ma'am.
It's definitely a more American livery. Well, I mean, the 66s are American, really, but it looks more American. Yeah, there's lots of different ones. 66ers, quite common. You've got Schenker ones. Got all sorts. They have that pink one, pink one.
The
Which
pink one.
looks a bit silly. I don't really like it. But there's all sorts of liveries. 66ers might be the most, wide range of liveried engines ever, but don't quote me on that. Oh, he said Canadian.
Oof.
Yeah, there were a DB Schenker one in my local model shop that I got this entire train from. So maybe I can go on Hatton's one, but because they have even on DC they have directional cab lighting and head and tail lights, don't they? So it's quite good. The Freightliner pink one that might have to be another quote that goes on my quote wall. Pink one. Well, Canada's still classed as North America, in it as a continent, but whatever. I mean, you'd know about 66ers because they're your favourite.
It's like Alaska. I mean, that's American.
Yeah.
It's
Where
all one big group in my opinion.
did Class 66ers
Originate.
come from?
No, originate.
EMD. That's right. See if it'll load.
Yeah, I think
Designed for Great Britain. History.
mainline Europe. That's one. So if you said Canadian, you're wrong.
It might be Canadian. It just says American. It's not very.
Specific.
Something Egypt. There's
Something.
a Freightliner 66 that's been in Germany. That's interesting. Didn't know that.
Looks like someone's working the tape.
That's interesting. Fuel saving and wear reduction measure. Operated DB Schenker is to fit 90 of its speed with automatic engine stop-start technology by the end of 2015. Reduce engine running hours by 1/3. I mean, how many times have you been sat in a station and there's just been a train sat there going chug, 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 chug. Well, obviously the engine's just been going boom, 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 boom. It's like cars. You have automatic traffic light stop cars, don't you? You take the you take your foot off you put your gears in neutral, take your foot off your pedals and off your clutch, and then your car, as long as the engine's up to operating temperature and the climate control inside up to operating temperature, it stops, doesn't it? Your engine stops, and then as soon as you put your foot back on the clutch to put it in gear again, the engine starts. So it's quite clever, actually. With electric locomotives it doesn't matter. Obviously they're only really consuming massive amounts of electricity when they're moving and the traction motors are working, but they're just powering heating and lighting just still. But how many times have you been in the station and there's just been a diesel engine just sat there for how many times have you just been sat there in a station? You've been waiting for your train. You see the engine when you walk into the station, and 45 minutes later, when you get in on your train, it's still stood there, not doing anything, going boom, 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 and it's just like fuel. Your car uses a lot of fuel when idle. Imagine a great big massive diesel like this using fuel. This is a train stream, not a Top Gear stream,
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I mean, it's to do with cars, but
You said it was to do with cars. He runs a farm.
you've been talking about cars.
He runs a farm.
It's a vigilance pedal, isn't it? DSD pedal. But I meant, start, stop. Jeremy Clarkson's driven a train, Well, he's fired tornado.
No, he made a train out of a Jaguar
Yeah, he had
and a little
he had the
carriage.
TGV-12. He made one out of a little open wagon and put a massive spoiler at the back of it. He had
For the downforce.
a Jaguar XJ something, can't remember which.
And then
Jaguar.
Hammond didn't
And then
believe.
Hammond and him used the Audi S8.
No.
It was an S8.
No, it's a 3, wasn't it?
No, I think it was an S8. They had caravans. But he's driven a train, no, he's fired a train and he put bacon into the train and it came out the top of the chimney.
Don't get copyrighted. For what, mate? For what?
Well, yeah, but, you know,
Yeah, I get it.
if they have 50,000 gallon tanks, just because you have the fuel available doesn't mean you should burn it when it's not necessary. I mean, I don't have my. It's like me. I don't have. Well, I do have my controllers on now because I had them on earlier. But you know, I try to turn things that use electricity off when I'm not using them. But scum class. But he did. He drove Tornado and he raced into. Well, no, he fired Tornado and he tried to cook some bacon. You know, through the fire hole door and a shovel, and it got caught by the
Do you
draft.
remember when the food carriage fully? Oh god.
And Jeremy Clarkson has shot bacon.
Oh, do you know what was the worst thing?
What?
In the scum class in the back, you had that toilet hanging out the rear,
Oh,
and all
Jeremy was
the
behind him.
and all the whiz kept going on the editor of the
Yeah.
National Railway something.
Yeah.
Oh god.
But yeah, so Jeremy Clarkson has fired Tornado, and he's also shot bacon out of its chimney.
Yeah, I did.
It'd only be Jeremy Clarkson doing that, wouldn't it? Also, so what have you done with trains? I've chucked some coal on the train and shot bacon out of its chimney. Okay.
Mind.
Jeremy Clarkson also got chased by a train down wherever he filmed it. Lincolnshire. Oh no, near Loughborough it was.
Yeah, and then
He got chased by the train.
And he had to reverse.
Class 08. In fact, I've got one of them. It's broken. Well, it's not broken. Its wheels need cleaning. But he got chased by an 08 all the way back down to a set of points because he went on the wrong track. He did shoot bacon out the top. He put it in and he went, whoa, and he went, there's bacon just come out the top of our train, and they were like, yeah, it has. Food for the birds. So yeah, only Jeremy Clarkson.
See, it's to do with trains, it's not to do with
And
cars.
Richard Hammond has burnt down a whole caravan.
Oh god, that was funny. I feel like playing. Oh, sorry. I feel like playing the actual episode now. Oh, what are you doing, mate? Come
You
here.
knocked it, is what happened.
There.
There.
Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties. You're going to whack it with your elbow again.
No, I'm not.
You are.
I'm not.
I'll get these.
Is that your watch?
That watch, yeah. 20 quid off Amazon, still going strong. On the main line says I'll be going 45 minutes, I'll be back after.
Okay,
my
friend.
I think we're about to pack up anyway. We said we were only going to do half an hour, 45 minutes, and we've got 4 viewers, that's not bad. Yeah, TGV-12 got blocked by an 08 and had to reverse. I can't, no. But yeah, so we are going to go as well. So on the main line's going, I was just thinking about going. We have gone over half an hour. I did say maximum of, 45 minutes, but yeah, we've answered some good questions, a couple of questions there from on the main line and Train Lover, and we've had a bit of a discussion, which is what we're really aiming for. So Will could see the experience of streaming at the loft, really. It's, again, very casual stream, discussions, the camera's been knocked. It's been an informal stream, to put it that way. But nonetheless, I think we've both enjoyed it. Hope you have enjoyed it, the 4 people who are watching, and we have really enjoyed it. So thank you all very much for watching today's stream. Do hope you have enjoyed it, and I will see you tomorrow. Unfortunately, it's just me tomorrow for a stream, so we'll be doing a normal running train stream tomorrow. The second radius line will be out of action because I'm not going to rush and not do it properly. Because if I try and chisel all this away and then chisel the wrong bit away, then I'm going to have to glue it again, and it's just not going to work. So 2 out of 3 lines will be running tomorrow, and we will do a normal running train stream today. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
So yeah, hope you've enjoyed this little stream we've done today. Take care, and I hope to see you tomorrow for the proper running train stream. So thank you for watching, and see you tomorrow.
See you later, guys.
I'll roll the outro.